So for this Benelli Lupo, there is a couple of tips we want to tell you about, especially regarding the bolt. Ethan, you want to talk to us about those?
Yeah, if you have the bolt out of the gun and you realize you're trying to put it back together and you realize you just cannot get the bolt back into the receiver, it may have fallen into the decocked position. For the Lupo, if that little button right there is hit and it just gets twisted just a little bit, it snaps into the decocked position just like that. And you won't be able to reassemble it like this. One indication that it's in this position is you can see the firing pin sticking out. So what you'll need to do is just recock it. And for that, you want to turn the rear of the striker assembly until the striker itself rolls up that notch onto the flat surface of the bolt shroud. And these can be a little tight. You may need to use a padded vise, maybe some soft jaw pliers to get that rotated.
Okay.
But once you do, then it's backed into the cocked position and we can reinstall the bolt into the gun.
Okay, perfect. All right, Ethan, now I believe there's one more thing with the bolt you said we need to mention.
Yeah, we do get a lot of calls from customers that have taken their bolt apart and can't get it back together. So I'm going to go ahead and just strip this down real quick and show you how to reassemble. It has a lock button right here on the back of the striker. And if we push that and rotate it clockwise, the striker will release from the shroud.
Okay.
And then come apart into two pieces. This is not something that really gets a lot of fouling. You won't have to take it apart very often. But like I said, we do have customers that take it down to here and then they can't get it back together. So what we'll do is just take the striker, slide it back into the back of the striker assembly. And that goes into the shroud. And you'll notice on the striker there's a lug here. So we want to compress the spring enough to get that lug rotated back into the shroud. And you'll be turning it counterclockwise for this part. Just like that. Now you can see there, the striker is back down in the fired position. So I've got to recock it. And then it's reinstalled.
Perfect. Simple tips, but something that's super useful if you find yourself needing it.
Absolutely.